matzo ball mix. It comes with 2 packages, okay? And I make my own chicken stock. So I just use 1 tablespoon for $1. Okay, let's put this to the side. Okay, so first of all, what you're gonna do is it's 2 eggs per package, so we're gonna use 4 eggs. Get this out of the way. I'm never organized. Okay. Okay. Always make sure that there's no blood in there. So I always crack 1 at a time. Okay. Like I said, there's nothing worse than having to throw all your eggs away. So this is a lot easier. Okay. Okay, so eggs are done. Put that to the side. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we're going to use oil, olive oil. So it's 2 tablespoons per package, so we're going to go with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, so that's that. Get those out of the way. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to beat it like you're making scrambled eggs. There we go. Keep going and going and going until it's nice and fluffy. Usually about a minute. There we go. All right, maybe that's about a minute. A little less, but close enough. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour in 1 package at a time. There we go. Okay. So that's the easy part. So now we're going to mix it up again and mix it up really good. Yeah, everybody's been feeling under the weather. This weather has really been crazy. One day it's warm, next day it's cold, then it's snowing, then it's raining, then it's windy, and then it's warm again. You don't know how to dress, or it's crazy. There we go. Okay. Okay, so basically what it's going to look like is kind of like that, like a paste. So then you're going to put it in the refrigerator for half hour in the refrigerator, but if you're going to put it, you want to use it right away, you're going to put it in the freezer for like 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm putting it in the freezer. So give it about 5 minutes and then it'll be done. Let me get all my mess out of the way. It'll be easy to clean up later on. Okay, so that's pretty easy, and you're going to have your pot of water on. So, and then when I take it out of the freezer, I'll show you how to make the balls. All right, so I just want to let you know that, when we're sick in this house, we use a little bit of whiskey and some tea. Just make some hot tea, make yourself like a hot toddy, and you know what? That works just as good as NyQuil or any medicine. And you know what? You'll sleep like a baby. Good night, Charlie. So, and this is how much alcohol we have in our house, because we're not drinkers. Okay. So that's an old tip from way back when, and before all this NyQuil and all this other stuff that was on the market. This is what Grandma used. All those alcohol. We even used alcohol on the baby's teeth. Put a little bit on your pinky, dab it on their gums. They were out like a light. They slept for the night. Next day, they were great. Today, you do that, you'll be in so much trouble. The people will be knocking at the door, trying to lock you up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since I'm waiting for a few minutes for the matzo ball soup mix to get hardened, I'm going to do Grandma's tip of the day. Okay, this one is really interesting. So, a Frisbee. Okay, so you can use a Frisbee to hold a paper plate. If you're outside at the park, on vacation, RVing, camping, this is a great idea. I mean, this way you got the Frisbee to play with, throw the paper plate away, it's 1, 2, 3, instead of having all those fancy little wicker plates that people have for barbecuing. This is great. You know, I had a friend that had a birthday party for her child, and she used a Frisbee and she filled it up with a whole bunch of goodies and just tied it up and gave it to the kids. That was perfect. Okay. All right, so what else? You can use it for a bird bath. Okay, punch a couple holes in there, some wire, some string. That's great. A dog bowl when you're out. You're playing out in a park and you forgot to bring a bowl for the dog and you got the Frisbee and you got some water. There's your dog bowl. Perfect. An upside down cookie tray. So many things. And what else? What is it? Okay. That's about it for the Frisbee. I mean, it's probably 1,000 ways of using that. But, you know, I kind of thought that was kind of neat, the Frisbee for a plate. So, and, you know, especially with the dog bowl, too. So, you know, how many times do we, you know, take the dogs to the doggy park and you forget to bring a bowl and you put the water in your hand and the dog is licking out of your hand. Bring a Frisbee. So, there's your doggy bowl. Okay. So, that's kind of like the tip of the day on there. I try not to like I said, I try not to let my videos, you know, be too long because I don't want you to lose interest. Okay, so let me go check the matzo. Okay. Matzo is good. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of like do this for demonstration. Let me go wash my hands. Okay, my granddaughters, they love doing this. Every time I make matzo ball soup, they're like, they want to roll the balls. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit, just a drizzle of oil, just to coat your hands. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to take a little bit. Don't make golf balls now or big old meatballs. And okay, so you just want something like this, not too much. And you're just going to roll it. Roll it like you're rubbing a baby's hiney. You don't want it too compact because it's not going to come out good. You want it soft so it'll expand when it's cooking. First time I made matzo ball soups, they were like rocks because I rolled them too hard. So that's okay, we learn. You know, it takes a while after a few times of learning how to roll these. And then after you're done with these, you just kind of like just drop them in the water, and you let them cook for half hour sometime. Sometimes 45 minutes I'll let them cook. And they don't have to be perfect balls either. Like I said, there's no such thing. Or maybe in the restaurants, you know, they probably have some kind of machine to make the matzo balls perfectly round. Because you know grandma's not in the back there making those matzo balls. There you go. It's like when you go to an Italian restaurant and you want some real good Italian food. Old grandma's not back there, you know, slaving over the stove anymore. Everything's out of a can. It's rare to find any place that they actually cook and have the, you know, spaghetti sauce cooking for hours and hours. So, okay. There you go. There we go. Almost done. So you get probably, you know, 12 to 15 balls out of there. And that's kind of like 2 servings for 2 people twice. So you probably get feed maybe 6 people. But if you love matzo ball soup, you could probably eat the whole pot yourself. Okay. Let me go wash my hands. Okay. All right. So that's the easy part. So now I'm just gonna, give me a second so I can just put this in the water. Okay, so that part is done. Like I said, it's probably about a half hour, 45 minutes. And I do have some Brussels sprouts left over. Not many, maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 left over. So what I'm going to do is, I already had them pre-cooked, so I'm going to cut them up a little bit and throw them in with the matzo ball soup. Something different. Usually you don't, but I need to get rid of them. It's like the last of them. So a little veggie with the matzo ball soup.